it's great to see all of you. And, you know, the only thing that I'm not going to do, though, is get in the middle of an argument between Hawkeye and Huskers fans. I'm not going to go there. Now, Iowa is our first stop this week on the road to our convention in Charlotte, North Carolina. And it was important for me to begin that journey right here in Iowa because this is where it all began for us 4 years ago. Because it was you, Iowa, who kept us going. All the pundits have written us off. You know, it was in your living rooms and backyards and VFW halls and diners where our movement for change began. And it will be you, Iowa, who is going to make all the difference in the world in this upcoming election. Now, last week, the other party, they gave their pitch at the convention in Florida. Don't boo, vote. But I'm going to say that convention, it was something. Despite all the challenges that we face in this new century, what they offered over their 3 days was an agenda that was probably a little better suited for the last century. They were going so far backwards, you might as well have watched it on black and white TV. Put some rabbit ears on the convention hall. Now, in case you didn't DVR it, let me give you a simple recap.
All right, 1 second.
The economy's not where it needs to be, and it's Obama's fault. And only Mitt Romney knows the secret to creating jobs and growing the economy. And there was a lot of talk about speaking hard truths and making bold choices. But the interesting thing was nobody ever bothered throughout the 3 days to tell you what these tough choices were going to be. They didn't really explain what they were going to do. When Governor Romney had his chance to let you in on his secret sauce, he didn't offer you a single new idea. It was just a retread of the same old policies that have been sticking it to the middle class for years. So you heard him talk a lot about me. You heard him talk a lot about Mitt. They didn't talk a lot about you. They didn't talk about the challenges you face and how we could actually solve some of these challenges. They spent less time talking about their plan than just about anything else. Not just because they know you don't like it. Now, the truth is, if I had their plan, I probably wouldn't talk about it a lot either. And they know you're not going to buy it because we tried it. You saw what happened. You lived through it, and you don't want to repeat it. Making the middle class, for example, pay for another budget-busting $250,000 tax cut for folks making $3 million a year or more is not going to translate into jobs and prosperity for working families all across Sioux City. We know that. We know that families aren't going to be better off if we roll back financial reform that's there to prevent another financial crisis. We know we're not going to be better off if suddenly we roll back the protections for our air and our water, protections to make sure that if you get sick, there's going to be health care there for you. We're sure not going to be better off if suddenly, instead of having Medicare that you can count on, we've got some sort of voucher program that Mr. Romney and Mr. Ryan are proposing that leaves seniors to pay any additional costs out of their own pocket. They have been trying to sell us these tired, trickle-down, you're-on-your-own policies before. They did not work. They didn't work then, they won't work now. They won't create jobs, they won't lower our deficit, they're not going to strengthen the middle class. They're not a plan to move our country forward. We believe in something better. We believe in an America. We believe in an America that says our economic strength has never come from the top down. It comes from the middle out. Money you've got determine whether or not you can afford good health care, send your kids to get a good higher education. We believe in an America that maintains the strongest, most disciplined, most effective military in the history of the world, but that we also lead with the strength of our ideas and the power of our example. And we believe in an America where no matter who you are or what you look like or where you come from or who you love, you can pursue your own happiness and you can make it.